more than anything, they don't want us to remember. They're hoping to God we don't remember. And we don't wake up. I just saw the fattest mosquito. I was like, don't descend upon me. Don't get me. There is this little moth that doesn't know that I know that it's not a leaf. I'm like, look at you with wings that look like little brown leaves. Little brown shiny leaves. But it's a moth. They get so bent out of shape. It's like people go from being fascinated with you to literally like, it's a type of envy that comes over people sometimes. And it's like some people have to go to school and join organizations to learn how to do certain things and how to practice certain things. And then there's some people who just come by a craft very naturally, like it's in their DNA. And I see when people start to turn, when that thing rises in them that makes them feel like they need to be competitive or like they need to humble me. I won't keep saying you because you may not relate to what I'm saying. I'm just talking about myself. And if you happen to relate to what I'm saying, you know, I'm both happy and sad for you for some of it, because that's the whole point, to kind of sort out some tragic things that have happened to me, man. Just things that were completely out of my control that shaped me into who I am and who I'm becoming as I'm trying to understand things that happened in the past. Because like, isn't healing a process? They say it's a journey, not a destination. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ever had someone make an assumption about you and be so wrong about it?
Straight off the rip, you know I don't wait for the drop the rip. I go out with my kids, my mom, you know I ain't take no college. I leave what you see. I can't even rap it, it's out here breathing, it's fucking. I'm taking they hoes, voices, these pants, and the tea, nigga.
Every day I'm missing my cousin, but life goes on.
I thank God for everything.
And then, I'm not gonna be going that fast. You know, it's gonna be seeming like I'm going that fast because I'm over here. So I'm over this stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I'm gonna be playing something like this.
It's not a lot. I told niggas this was gonna happen, so I'm not in shock. I know this look like grape soda, but this not a pop. I can feel your teeth on it. I can feel your teeth on it. You got stop. You try to copy shit I got, but it's not stop. By the end of the day, he can't get his baby back. Little bitch feeling her ribs, she got a baby back. Car 60 roll 20, so that's 80 racks. On the north side with Lee on rich shady. Watch he can take your bitch with his shady. I know but I still turn beside the stick. Got my stick, a nigga flex, and his grip rest in piss. Heard he serving quick drink. He thinking I'm the lick, he pulled up the show, hit and got hit. I took the bitch, I ripping her ass off, I be pulling her hips, so he kissing on that bitch, let me put her on her lips, before myself, he watching girl, take the strip, bitch, you when I pour it, I put 80 on my wrist, my name goes, it's all on my head, make a rainbow, 1,000 pounds in the spot, make a rainbow, you ain't even in our league, we ain't get rainbows, fuck sisters, good, his mama's the main hoe, working out the same phone, still in lanes, homie. You know I Glocks and got his ass robbed. I leave a bitch quick like my last job. Well, you better not miss, cause that's your last shot.
I find it true what they say, the energy just does not lie, baby. It don't lie. I think if you can feel hair on your pages, I think that means that you're flooding. Am I flooding? I think I'm flooding. Every morning you greet me. Dum-ba-dum, Edelweiss. I don't understand how come it took so many people. It's like, it's already bad enough that you're trying to gang up on somebody, right? You're being a bully to begin with. But then, like, it took a group of people to come up against one person? Like, I don't know if I can sit with myself. Like, I don't know how anyone does. But, like, a group of people, at what point does that make it an organized crime? When the slander prevents people from getting jobs, moving into houses or specific neighborhoods. I don't think it's anything worse than a dirty lawyer. Okay, that's not true, because there are plenty of things worse than dirty attorneys. Like, it's shady. But it's like, and then if you have like, so a mastermind, one person uses this attorney, but then everybody that has involvement in it that's trying to cover themselves would obviously try to use the same attorney, because it's like, if you're covering for this person, if you're taking care of this person, and we all know that this person is lying. I'm not a part of we, by the way, but we all know that this person is lying. Then it's like, I know that you can cover for me too, or us too, says the people who utilize shady representation. That's all. And then there's the whole burden of proof, right? It's the burden of proof. You got to prove it. You can't just drag somebody's name into something, into any old thing. You got to back that up. That's why you really should be keeping other people's name out your mouth. I'm supposed to be sitting down watching this at the lake, but I didn't. Meeting ran over, so I missed it. Then how are you going to let yourself sit in the company of anyone if you even think that they're being dishonest, if you think that they're lying? and you allow them to spin a whole narrative in front of you. And some people just be like, well, you know what, it really ain't that serious, you know, whatever, I just stay in my own lane, mind my own business. A lot of people go live by that. No, when you're protecting your energy, that's the significance of being in the presence of and mingling with other people that are on the road to healing, the journey to healing. You're going to protect it. You're not going to knowingly stay in a place of fog, a status or a stance of confusion. You're not going to allow that to happen. You're going to hold people accountable and be like, well, hold on, wait. Now, I know what you said. You said this, and this the last time, and now you're saying this. Or hold on, bro. Or sis, however you address each other. You just thought you stopped the person that you care enough to be in a conversation with and say, you know what, it don't sound like that person did nothing. Like, what is your issue? So what, her hair is nappy. So what, she got a fupa. So what, he lost his job. You know, whatever it is, it's just no one talking you off of a ledge. And I thought about, like, so how does this happen? And I've seen it happen. I've almost been victim of it. But it's just where people like to, you think that you're having a normal conversation and you don't even realize that it's turned into a rant, a messy rant about someone that you don't even know. These are not people talking about themselves. These are people that are talking to you about other people that ain't got nothing to do with you. It actually has nothing to do with them, but they're really talking about it. What did this person actually do to you? What is your beef with them? Oh, I just never could stand her. I never could stand him. Or people always thought that she was sweet, or thought that he was sweet, and he ain't shit. You know, it's just like, what does that have to do with you? Why are you sitting up? But anyway, people will just let you talk, and that's what I'm saying. When you're in the presence of people who are on the road to healing, they have a peace, a genuine space of peace that they are protecting. That they don't want you to get in their ear and drop something that sours in their soil, man. It sours in your heart. It scrambles your mind and make you be like, now how did that happen? And then I just saw her at the supermarket. I just saw her and she had this one man looking at her, and it's just like, it have you thinking about shit that you ain't got no business thinking about yourself. Because you're not protecting your space. You're not protecting your energy. You're just letting people just be reckless with their words and with their intentions, and then you gobble it all up. And the next thing you know, you're talking about it like it's actual fact, like it's been recorded to memory, so it must be fact. You're like, so
last time we talked, I told you about this one part. Well, girl, since then,
and you just sitting there gobbling it all up, and for what? And for what? So this person has a sense of inclusivity because you allow them to be their messy selves in front of you. I'm not saying like you got to be nobody's mama, but like responsibly, you wouldn't be in the presence. Just like you don't want to go out having drinks with someone and end up babysitting them. Like I'm saying that everybody is falling. We all fall down, and then we get back up again. Says the book of Donnie McClurkin. You know what I mean? You're shaking the bracket spot. Okay, I gotta go. So I thought about it. And I will always have so much to say because I've experienced so much. Like I've gone through so much. And so I have a lot to share. And I share with the intention of helping other people that might be in some of the places that I've already been on my journey. Maybe you've been where I'm headed to because I'm sharing and I'm letting you know. Like I share consciously. It may sound like a rant to you. And sometimes it feels like a rant to me. But it's a reflection. It's a reflection. And you might catch your, glimpses of yourself in my reflection and things that I've been through. Because I've met so many people that their lives mirror mine, and not like totally, but like just in some ways, you know what I mean? Why is it just gonna be? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Boom, 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 boom. You wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. Okay, I'm done. No, dawned on me that you know what? It's what I'm not talking about. What is not being discussed. I don't know if y'all thinking about it. If anybody that watches me or tunes into me, do you prep at all? Are you a prepper? Are you prepared for a shit hit the fan situation? There are a lot of countries, and I think about it all the time because it's like there are, and this is how I know it's a piece of a cycle. I was talking about this when I was at the same spot, career-wise and relationship-wise and family-wise, and I'm thinking about the dynasties that existed, and they reigned for thousands of years, and they were overturned and overruled. The people won against those dynasties. After a while, there's a whole different order of things where there had been thousands of years of reigning. We're in a very young country. This country is still relatively young, and again, anything can happen. We can lose. I'm saying we. I like to consider myself in the world and not of it. People, if you resonate with that, then you know what that means. We are the ones that we go to work and we just go home. We go home. You might get me out the house to celebrate my birthday or your birthday, but for the most part, I might meet you for dinner. You and your family, my family, something like that. I remember when I was at the end of a previous relationship, one of the reigning thoughts for me was if there were some type of big global catastrophe, right? And everyone. If we were all stripped of our ability to communicate with each other, if comms went down internationally or even nationally, I need to know that if shit hits the fan, that we have a plan, and I'm not worried about you going to one of
mistresses that may be higher ranking than me at the time. I was thinking about survival, and to know that I'm in a place, in a communication or in a relationship with someone that just is just like, you know how your partner can present like your enemy instead of like your partner sometimes, and I just refuse to be in that trapped energy. I called it out a couple of times, like with that actual verbiage, and then I went from that to just preparing to be by myself, preparing to take care of myself like I was doing before. I didn't have a problem with that, but I'm just saying, when you're in a situation where communication is restricted and you need clarity and a level of trust in a situation, to know that you can rely on someone who is showing you that you cannot, and you better start thinking fast about how you're going to take care of yourself. Which makes me think about that part on The World of Worlds, whenever Tom Cruise had his daughter, Dakota Fanning back then, had her in the basement situation with the guy that was trying to, from Shawshank, I forget his name, but anyway, he was losing his shit. And he was like, man, I think I'm going to have to take this dude out before he blows our cover. Okay, so I'm not saying to take someone out of that. I'm thinking about taking somebody out. I'm saying that these are thoughts that occurred to me when I was considering the partnership that I was in, and just how unsafe I was, how the person hadn't laid the seeds and laid the foundation with me to show that there was any trust, and I didn't have any reason to be expecting camaraderie or us to be able to rendezvous somewhere. And the change like night and day once I accepted that. Because it would be different if I didn't know. But since then that I do know, then I get to move accordingly. To not wait until an emergency situation or shit hits the fan situation to be checking your environment. And I encourage the same in you. I'm not saying just to walk away from every situation that gets a little bit heated. I am saying to your allegiances and your alliances and your relationships to know who you're safe with. Okay, again, this is a conscious rant. And so I be ranting and stuff, okay? I rant.
It's like, and you've been a fraud since you were a child, to whom it pertains. You've been a fraud, because you've never been allowed to even be yourself. Like, to really be yourself, whatever that was. Like, if you just feel like dancing, you can just do that. If you feel like singing, and it's not disrupting class or something, I'm just saying, like, when you're just to be. And so then when you get in relationships, then you're doing the exact same thing. Who took that from you? I get the part where it's like you thought that people didn't care about what you really wanted to be and what you really wanted to do. But that's based on the not you that the people were, the not you that the people were expecting you to turn out to be. Southwest Auto Connection. I'm looking at your bumper sticker. Not a bumper sticker, on the little decals that people put those things on their cars. I'm just like, just gave myself a scar on the chin. I'm talking with the star. But like, aren't we all? Hey, like and subscribe.